Dear Solar Pioneer, we are very happy about your decision to get your own SolMate B. To make the installation as quick and easy as possible, we will show you how to install SolMate in this short clip. First, check if you got all 3 packages and if all the necessary content is included. You will find the information about content within the instruction manual. If everything is in there, great. Let's start. In case of an incomplete delivery, just contact us. First of all, unpack the solar panels. Please be careful when unpacking to ensure that your panels are able to deliver maximum performance for as long as possible. First, open the big package containing the 5 solar panels and pull out the smaller ones inside. Carefully cut it open lengthwise with scissors. Please do not pull the panels at the cable box. The cable box is the most sensitive part of the panel. Please treat the panels very carefully and never bend them too much. There are some different options to mount the solar panels. One possibility is mounting with the Velcro strips. To mount the panels on the balcony railing, you have to fasten them with Velcro strips. After you've measured the width of the handrail of your balcony, cut off the required numbers of the Velcro strips in the necessary length. Then, you have to pass the strips through the matching eyelets. Before fastening the panels, the Velcro strip should be wrapped around the handrail tightly. The strips are also suitable for garden fences. The panels have a relatively large area which is potentially exposed to the winds, so make sure that the panels are secured with as many Velcro strips as possible. Secure the panels in a way that no damage can occur to the panels or their surroundings. Each panel has 8 eyelets. We recommend to secure the panels through at least 6 of the 8 eyelets. The Velcro strips can withstand very strong shearing forces and harsh wind and weather conditions. Please make sure that the cables of the panels are already connected to each other before you finally fixate them. Otherwise, the cables could be difficult to reach. You can also mount the panels on the wall, but there are additional screws needed to do so. Remember that the distance between the panels should not be too large in order to connect them to one another. Since the connection box for the cable on the back of the panels has a certain depth, you cannot screw the panels directly to the wall, but rather need a spacer of 2 to 3 centimeters. Firstly, measure the drill points for mounting the spacers before drilling the holes. Connect the power cables on the back of the solar panels with each other and screw the panels to the wall. Make sure that the panels are mounted in a way that makes it impossible for them to fall down, not even under harsh weather conditions. You can also mount the panels on your roof, carport, or on your fence. Basically, wherever the sun is shining. Let's move on to the storage unit. With the provided stand, you can set up the storage to stand alone. In order to do so, you have to connect the 2 parts with screws. The top part should be turned inwards. Now SolMate can stand alone anywhere. Please make sure that the storage unit is placed in a sheltered spot. The second option is to place the storage leaning against the wall. This time, the top part of the stand has to be connected to the bottom part, turned outwards. For this option, SolMate requires a wall to lean against, but the storage also needs less space. Then, there is also the possibility to mount SolMate directly on your wall. Screw the wall bracket with sturdy screws to the wall. The screws should be able to hold at least 30 kilograms. All you have to do now is hang SolMate on the wall bracket. The last option is the standing or self-supported wall mounting. In order to do so, screw the supplied bracket with 2 screws to the lower part of your wall and hang SolMate on it. In this case, SolMate carries its own weight. The wall bracket just fixes its position. Now your SolMate is mounted and you're ready to connect it. First, remove the magnetic cover on the backside. Plug in the connector cable to the solar panels on the left until you hear a distant click. After that, plug in the power cable on the right. Feed the cables through the cable guide on the back side. The power cable has to be connected to the power socket. Now, switch on the control electronics for SolMate. The switch is located below the magnetic cover. Then, you should close the magnetic cover again. If you decide to mount your SolMate on the wall, first plug in the power cable and the connector cable at the backside below the magnetic cover. Clamp the cables in the cable guide and switch on the control electronics. Now you are ready to select the operating mode. In order to do so, use the rotary switch on the left side. If the switch is pointing to 1 o'clock, SolMate is not in operating mode. SolMate gets delivered in this mode. If the switch is pointing upwards, SolMate is on grid mode. While in this mode, SolMate is feeding power to your household, thus helping you save electricity. If your switch points to the right, SolMate is in off-grid mode. In this mode, you can draw emergency power via the integrated socket and provide light and entertainment in case of a power failure or without grid. Now your SolMate is up and running. To use the analog LED display, press the button on the right side of the storage and the LEDs will light up. The 4 white LEDs show you the status of the battery. 0%, 25%, 50%, 75%, 100%. If you press the round button again, the status light changes its color. If the LED lights up yellow, the battery is getting charged. If the LED lights up green, power is fed to your house grid. If it lights up white, neither of the before-mentioned cases occur. In order to control and monitor your SolMate, you can use our mobile app, My SolMate app. With this app, you always know what your SolMate is currently doing, no matter where you are. You also benefit from some additional functions, such as minimum power supply or minimum battery load. Our app setup video shows you how to bring your SolMate into online mode. Your SolMate is now ready to deliver self-generated solar power directly to your home net. We are glad that you also make a contribution to save the environment. We wish you a lot of joy with your small solar system. By EET.